I'm Sarah Negus, and I'm a modern day shaman. I work with other healers and help them to stabilize their own energy and learn more about the spiritual realms than they already know. I also work with the general population if they're on a spiritual path and they want to find out more about themselves and grow. So today I'm here really to talk specifically about the shadow. It's something that I work with my clients on all of the time. And at the moment, the planetary influences are kind of guiding us or pushing us even towards looking at those parts of ourselves that we don't really like very much. So why should we look at our shadow now? Well, Jupiter's in retrograde until May, I think, until the 6th of May or something like that. And this has a big influence. It pushes us towards our own brilliance, our own excellence. And to do that, we have to get down in the mud, if you like. I love a book by Goldie Hawn, and there's a quote in it. It's about her spiritual journey, which says that orchids only grow in the mud. And I think that's really apt. Unless you look at yourself, unless you look at your inner world and all of the things that you don't really like about yourself, how on earth can you move towards your potential? How on earth can you grow? How on earth can your light shine brighter? So that's what we're here to do today. Tomorrow is an auspicious time as well, in that we've got 5 planets coming into our view. So we'll be able to look at Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn with the naked eye. I think it's about an hour before sunrise. They all show on the horizon. Now, this hasn't happened for 10 years. 2005 was the last time this happened. So if you think about the cycle of the last 10 years of your life, what have you been working on? What has been showing up for you? I know for me, 2005 was a life-changing year for me. I had to step away from everything that I knew and start to rediscover who I really was. I longed to be authentic. I longed to be me. And I think 10 years on, I'm doing okay with that. Although there's always room for improvement, which is why I like to harp on, if you like, and go on and on and on about looking at your shadow. So what is your shadow? Everybody knows it in terms of the negative. So all of the negative thought patterns, negative behavior patterns that you don't find acceptable, you suppress, you push down into your unconscious. You will have learned these from your parents, from our culture, and just from your own experience as to what is acceptable. The thing about the shadow, though, as well, I find, is that it also houses things that are good about you that you aren't ready to embrace, that perhaps make you feel uncomfortable. You're not ready to shine your light yet. So again, you push your potential down into your unconscious. I know I certainly did. For years and years and years, I hid my spiritual nature. I hid the fact that I worked shamanically. I hid the fact that I could read energy really well. And my shadow held that for me for years, waiting for me to be ready to actually look at it and bring it up into the light. So when we talk about our shadow here, I don't want you to think that it's all nasty. It's all, going to come up and shout at you. It's also housing the things that you aren't ready to express in yourself. So usually suppressed behavior gets played out. We project it. So we find other people around us, attract other people around us to behave in the way that we find so unacceptable in ourselves, that's down in our shadow. But wouldn't it be easier if we actually looked and did the work ourselves without projection? So every time you judge somebody else out there in your life, know without fail, you are judging a part of yourself that you don't like, or that you do really like. That feeling where you meet someone, you think, oh my God, they're great. oh, I want to get to know these people even more. They'll be reflecting to you something about yourself that you really like, but don't find very acceptable yet. So I can't reiterate enough that shadow work for me and what I teach in it is not just about digging up your anger, your fear, your jealousy, all of the things that aren't really acceptable in our society. It's about digging up those little bits of jewels of yourself that you've hidden. So the best way I find to get to know your unacceptable side, the part of you that you don't like to show the world, is to start really writing down your self-talk. What's going on inside your head? What conversations do you have with yourself? I know for years that I used to play conversations out. I would say things in my mind that I wished I'd said to people, that I wished I'd had the courage to say, hang on a minute, no, this is how I feel. Instead of saying, oh yes, whatever you say, and then pushing all of those words back into myself. Every time I get, or still get, but used to get angry, I would hide that without fail. Anger was not something that was expressed in my house, in my family life as we grew up. Anger was not something that was expressed in my school. Anger was not something that was expressed in my peer group or culturally in the south east of England very easily. So it's an emotion that I found very difficult to express. I'm doing better with that now. It takes a lot of energy to hold anger down and keep it down. So the other thing is fear. Fear is one of the things that will stop you every single time from stepping forwards into who you are. And fear will be, without a doubt, I said it before about lots of different emotions, but fear is something that we hold down. And it can be little fears, the sort of things that, they won't like me, they won't understand me, they won't listen to me, there's no point in saying anything because I won't be heard. These are things that I say or have said to myself before. They have been my experiences, but I'm sure you all have your own inner voice, your own critic, your own saboteur that works off of fear. The other thing is jealousy, competition, looking at other people and comparing yourself to them. Again, this isn't really acceptable behavior, so you push it down and you keep it quiet, but the self-talk keeps you small. So my aim today is to go into a meditation to introduce you to your shadow in an altered state of consciousness, for you to sit with them and to recognize them so that they don't kind of come and jump at you when you least expect it. You know, that behavior that shocks even you. Thank you, Phoenix. I don't know you, but you say I do, so I'm pleased with that. I know me very well, so if you resonate with what I'm saying, then I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to move on a little bit here and take you into a meditation. Now, I will connect with everybody's energy. Can you, if you're here, can you write in the message box for me, so your name, just so that I can connect with you. Hi, Kim. Hey, Tracy, Takaya, Katerina. Anybody else? Hey, Sam. And I think that's Claire. Oh, and Kingston. Hey, Kingston. I'm not going to include Kingston though, Sam, because he's too little, okay? He needs to kind of be separate. So if you can all get your feet on the floor, sit up straight, nice straight spine. If you've worked with me before, you'll know that I'm going to come in on your left side and I'm going to hold you as we work. So taking a breath and coming down into your center. So for those of you that don't know me very well, staying very strong in your midline, in your center, in your inner world is really important to begin with. From your base chakra to your sacral chakra and your solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat, your third eye and your crown. Really get a sense of this part of you, this place in you, energetically and physically. So when I say physically, I mean your spine, from the base of your spine all the way up to where your skull sits on your head, and the electrical forces of our physical body that run between. So this is your midline. Using your breathing, just expand your energy from your center out until the outside edges of your physical body, of your skin, and then a little further to the outside edges of your aura. I'm going to come and connect now. Okay. And I'd like you to take your attention down into your heart center. So your heart chakra is where your heart is. It's green. Come and sit inside it. In your mind's eye, look into your energy center, the heart chakra. You'll see that it circles in a clockwise direction. It may be a little bit off balance. Some of you are. And I'm just going to bring a little bit of healing in here to bring you into your heart center. And then think about opening out the energy of your heart around you. The energy of our heart is just really strong. It's full of love, and it can expand as much as you want it to. Have a look round inside your energy. Imagine in your mind's eye that it's a room. You may see a table, you may see a chair, a door, a window, and I usually find that there's a fireplace there. Today there's also a huge mirror. It's one of those ornate Renaissance mirror that stands on its own against the wall and is as high as the ceiling. It's very wide. And you're going to stand in front of your own mirror and look with your own inner eye, your mind's eye, at your energetic self. Now you'll all have your own unique experience of this. What I see is your central line of energetic vortexes, the colours of your chakras, and then I see the energy running in lines around the shape of your physical form. I see your connection to the earth, to Gaia, and I see your universal connection, your connection to your higher self. Some of you could do a lot of work on that could strengthen your higher self thread. So as you stand and look in the mirror, invite your shadow to step out of your energy and stand beside you. And you'll be able to see her or him standing right beside you. Their energy will mirror yours, but it will be different. It will have a different vibration because of all of the things it's holding for you. Now hold on to your shadow's hand, your energetic shadow's hand, and walk towards the door that you see in your heart chakra, in your energetic center here. With your intention and your mind's eye, we're going to walk through this door. It's an energy vortex, and we're going to just step out into a different dimension here. So hand on the door handle, push the door open and step through, holding on to your shadow. And as you step through, the scene opens up. Everything has a really fine detail. You're in a very, very beautiful meadow. The grass is high and full of flowers. The sun is shining. There are clouds, but it's warm. You can hear the birds and you can have an understanding that there are animals in the woodland around you. You walk together with your shadow. And as you turn to look, you notice that your shadow has now got a physical form. You recognize her, you recognize him, however he shows up for you. Don't be anxious. If you're feeling anxiety, take a breath and release that emotion to me. In the middle of the meadow is a crop circle. A perfectly symmetrical circle that has been trodden down. You and your shadow are going to make a straight line to this circle. And you sit together, back to back, shoulder to shoulder, pelvis to pelvis, in the crop circle. Feeling your deep connection through your spine. You spin around and hold hands, and now you're eye to eye, heart to heart, solar plexus to solar plexus. And I invite you to make a bond here with your shadow. Invite her into your life. Looking up, you will see out of the clouds is shaped, Archangel Michael's in the clouds. And he's going to send down some universal love for you to embrace your own self. So the love comes down as a white energy, but it has kind of golden sparkles in it. It moves and glistens in the sunlight and comes down over you, both of you. For your shadow to have compassion about your life so that perhaps she doesn't burst out in unexpected moments. And for you to have compassion for her, for she holds a lot for you. To begin your relationship on a different level so that you can become brighter, the two of you together. Remember, she holds so much of your potential. staying with this healing light and allowing it to really sink into you energetically. And then the clouds disperse and the light lifts. You look around and you can't see your shadow because she's merged with you. She's in your heart center. You're going to take her back from the crop circle, through the meadow of high grass and flowers, with the sun on your back through the door, into your heart center. And as you look into the mirror again at your energetic self, you can see that you have increased your brightness. Your vibration has lifted just with your intention to know more about yourself. Just with your intention to embrace your shadow and to bring her into your life and accept her behavior and get to know it and heal it. You've shifted. So closing the door now, closing your heart center now, coming back into a feeling of being completely in your midline. I'm going to take the energy up to grab hold of some universal source light, and I'm going to bring that down through your crown, all of you. Follow the line and the pathway of your chakras and all the way out of your base and out of your feet, and I'm going to go down with your energy and that universal light into Gaia, into the earth, to ground this experience. Holding on to lovely purple energy from the earth today. I come back up with it into your feet and your base, past your sacral chakra and into your solar plexus, where the two energies meet. Allowing that to integrate a little. Knowing that you have taken a very big step towards all the things that you don't like about yourselves, including your potential, including all your self-love, including your own compassion. Take a breath in, everybody. And as you breathe out, just let go. Feeling your feet on the floor. And when you're ready, you can just open your eyes and come back to this blab. I'm just connecting. Okay, great. I hope you're all back with me. Now, this was just a little precursor on getting to know your shadow. It was a quick look to gain some healing and insight as to what you look like in your unacceptable face. Now, I am launching a new program, and it's 3 live calls like this one, probably a bit longer, probably about an hour each one, in terms of taming your shadow. So getting down into your inner world, all of your places in you that keep coming up and biting you on the bum. Hey, Sam. I was with Sam in New Orleans last week and I found that somebody bit me on the bum. Can you believe that? So somewhere my shadow's just, I'm attracting it. So if you would like to join me on 3 calls, over 3 weeks. The first call is, I've got it written up here. They're on a Monday night and they're at the same time as this. The first call is on the 1st of February, then the 8th of February, and then the 15th of February. Each call will be looking at a different aspect. Your shadow holds you back. It's the main reason that you cannot get to find the vibration that you want to in terms of attracting the life that you need and that you deserve. So now with the planets all lined up as they are, it's the perfect time to do some work on it. So if you'd like to join me, the link here, up here, let me just copy that and type it in again, will take you into where you need to go in terms of looking at all of the information. It's $147 for the 3 calls. Those of you that have taken part in the Healer's Power Grid will know the format. And the first call is going to be a really good look at your shadow. You're going to get to know her. You're going to spend time with her, converse with her, and then have a little trip up to your higher self. Obviously, your higher self is connected to your shadow as well as to you. And I like to bring all 3 aspects together, a trine, the triangle of everything that's working with you. The second call will be looking at your vision for your life, where you want to go, what your desires are, and what your vibration needs to be to attract those things in. After all, we don't get what we want. We get what we are. So let's be the best that we can be. Let's find the frequency of vibration that we need to attract the things that we desire in our life. After all, that's what we're about. We're about creating what we need. And therefore, as we create what we need, we grow, and so does the consciousness. If you are interested in mentoring calls private mentoring calls with me to help you with your process, then that takes it up to $497. So that would be 3 calls and 2 mentoring sessions. So feel free, if you're interested to personal message me or just go to the link and join in. I'd love to have you. I hope that you've enjoyed today's session. If you've got any questions, now's the time. I'm here. Please do stick it in the message box and I'll do my best to answer you. Anybody got any questions? Three sessions are group. Yep. Just like, but they'll be on a conference call rather than on a blab. I find it easier if I'm not distracted to hold energy and to channel the big spiritual energies that we're going to need to draw in healing. Tracy, no worries. I hope you enjoyed it. Anybody else? Thanks, Sam. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you feel like going on and just putting a little word about your experience once I've posted this recording, then I'd love it. Yeah, and I hope to see you soon. You take care, everybody. Bye.